You're looking live at Homestead Miami Speedway for race number 7 of the Legends Racing League Gen 4 Series. As right now, practice just wrapping up here at the 1.5 mile track in Florida. It's currently qualifying about to go underway. 5 minutes in total, 2 laps to do, 2 laps as well. There's a few drivers going on the racetrack right now. Currently we're looking at Connor Atfield here in the 00 machine. As he's rounding off turn 4 right now onto the front straightaway here at Homestead. The most unique 1.5 mile track on the schedule. Last one we went to was Chicago, and a lot different than this one. As off of turn 4 he goes. It's a bit, turn 2, excuse me, gets a bit wiggly there. Now down into 3 and 4. This fast lap just set by Jason Lance there. 76 machine, as so far he is on top of the board. Now Eric Keeter goes fast as Zachary Thorne in second now. As Eric Keeter at 32.845. As off of turn 4 for Connor Hatfield. Where will he slot in line here? His hitting wall will go top of the board. As Connor Hatfield will stay in 7th place as Eric Keeter goes top of the board once more. He'll be first place for now. Currently our points leader, Luke Pierce, is not here tonight, so he'll have to take a drop for that one. Eric Kepling as well. Not here tonight. Same with Aaron Brown. Ian McConnell so far not here tonight as well. So all those drivers gotta have to take their drop. As Mike Rosero goes 3rd on the board. He's fighting for a championship as well. Missed last week at Auto Club. Back here at Homestead. And right now we're looking at Luke Lafaro currently coming off of turn number 2. It's a bit loose. But he keeps it straight for now. As through 3 and 4 he goes, ripping the top side for Luke Lafaro. Can he get inside the top 5? Possibly. He's still 6th in the championship and has a fighting shot here, possibly for a good top 5 points finish. Coming across the line, it's gonna be a 33.536. Sounds exactly what he wants it to be. He'll be in 9th, 8th place right there. Can he improve on his second lap? Got a bit loose off of turn 2. Is he gonna do the same mistake there? No, it looks pretty clean off of turn 2. Now he's rocking down the back straightaway he goes. Now through 3 and 4. Off of turn 4. Look for a wiggle in that wheel, driving that thing into the stripe. It's gonna be a 32.777. That puts him up to 5th behind Lucas Strayer. Now Joseph Madigan on the racetrack right now. Did not set a practice lap, I believe, so it'll be his first time lap. He'll have one. I don't know if he'll be able to set an actual lap time. Maybe just get some good practice in right here before the race begins. As up the gears he goes. Off turn 4 he goes. Not gonna have enough time to set lap. So Eric Keeter will win the pole position here tonight at Homestead. Just Magan hits the outside wall off of turn number 2. Just got a bit loose there, but with 5 seconds left remaining in qualifying, Eric Killer will win the pole position. He'll be on the front rail here tonight alongside Hayden Lowell in second. So 9 drivers qualifying here tonight, and it's going to be a 5-minute warm-up session. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here at Homestead. Back live here at home. So a quick look at our starting lineup here for tonight's 120-mile race. Eric here on the front rail, hitting low in second. Mike Rosero in third, Lucas Schur in fourth, and Luke Farr around our top five as the rest of the grid flashes through your screen right now. In total, I believe 12 cars will take the green flag here tonight. It's going to be 80 laps in total. Stage will be on the end of lap 80. No caution for the stage, but we're about to go green. As into the Geico restart zone they go, and green flag is out, and we are way at Homestead. Eric with a great launch into turn one. He's going to clear hidden hole down into the entry of one. Mike Rosero on the back bumper of him, side by side with that 56 machine. As off the exit of turn two, gotta watch out for those cold tires. Make sure no one LaFaro loose down the back straightaway. Some drivers running the outside wall, but they stay straight for now through three. Hitting low on the very top side. Eric on the very bottom. We'll see who gets some momentum off for turn number four. Hitting low, really liking ripping that top side. He might be able to clear down into turn one. And yes, he will. We have a new race leader, Hayden Lowell, out in front here on lap number two. As Eric Heater on the back bumper him right now, repping that white line on the inside. As Mr. Drivers are going to try to save their fuel and save your tires as well. Make this a one-stop race most likely. As off of turn four they go. Still hitting a little out in front. Top six single following out here through turn one now. As LaFaro just set the fast lap of the race there in sixth place. And that 54 machines on the inside of Zachary Thorne. Down the back show they go. LaFaro has the run. He's going to look to the inside. Can he make the move into turn three? He's going to stick his nose in there. He has a nose ahead of Zachary Thorne through turn three and off for turn four. Zach still alongside, still side by side for that top five spot. Behind them, Jason Lance and Malachi Drake side by side for seventh place. As LaFaro looking to clear off for turn two, not quite. Zach still on his outside. As side by side there for third as well. Lucas Schur to the outside of Michael Rosero. As his drivers kind of bunching up right now here, coming to lap number five. Some drivers still run the outside line, trying to make it work. It's 2 by 2 here for third and fifth. That's kind of allowing Halo and Eric here to pull away just slightly a bit. As fast lap set there by Malachi Drake in that 9-inch machine. He's closing the door on these top five drivers. As Zachary doing hard on the outside wall in the entry to turn three. He's going to lose a lot of time there, but he's still alongside Luke LaFaro, surprisingly, on the exit of turn four. As Mike Rosero and Lucas Schur still side by side, it's almost impossible for these drivers to clear one another. As Luke LaFaro got low tight there on the entry, he's still trying to manage well. Zachary throwing on the outside. Will he be able to clear off of turn number two? As yes, he will. He'll stay in that fifth place spot. As LaFaro stays in sixth. So here comes Joseph Magnin to the inside of Malachi Drake for that seventh place spot. As almost 3 wide down the front straightaway. Zachary Thorne was about to take a look 3 wide middle there between Mike Rosero and Lucas Strayer. Zachary Thorne get a low tight there through 1 and 2. It's going to allow Luke Farrow to the inside. And now Eric Keeler kind of defending away from Lucas Strayer and Michael Rosero. Most likely a one-stop race as well. So we'll see pit stops probably around lap 40 or so, right around the stage. As now a single file back out for most of the field. Lucas Strayer moves himself up to second. As Luke Farrow now getting challenged by Joseph Magnin on the inside line. That's side by side for 6th place. And there's Lucas Hosma on the outside, making it 3 wide possibly here. As he's really ripping the top side there off of turn number 2 on the outside, Malachi Drake. Hosma will clear the 90 machine there, and he'll move himself up to 8th place. As the field kind of single filing out for the most part, but still Joseph Madigan and Luca Faro side by side. Joseph Madigan going to clear the inside, but not quite. Luca Faro still to his right rear quarter panel. Here they'll stay alongside each other for now. Down into turn 1. Top of turn 2 they go. Hayden Lowell still leads. Lucas Strayer in 2nd. Eric Keeter in 3rd. Hayden Lowell and Lucas Strayer still looking for the first wins of the season. Eric Keeter is the only driver to have 2 wins this season so far. He's won at Chicagoland and Auto Club. And currently he's looking really good in the championship standings. A side by side still for Luca Faro and Joseph Madigan. And Lucas Hosma on the outside trying to rip the wall once more, as almost some contact between LaFaro and Madigan. But off of turn 2, here comes Hosma. Will he have the momentum to do something? As a bunch of drivers on the outside wall there off of turn number 2. As down the front straightaway they go. Hayden Lowell still leads. Lucas Strayer 2nd. Eric Keeter 3rd. Lucas Strayer now a dark horse for the championship, but currently he sits 2nd in the points behind Eric Keeter. And with the drop, I believe he is 3rd in the points as well. That's going to be really crucial going to the final finale at Atlanta, but we're not even halfway through this one quite yet. Only 12 laps into it so far. Lucas Strayer now looking to the outside of Hayden Lowell for the race lead. Doesn't really have the entry that he needed, but now Eric Keeter alongside him for 2nd as the field's starting to spread out just a little bit. As side by side there, Joseph Madigan and Lucas Hosma. As side by side for 2nd up ahead, Eric Keeter, Lucas Strayer. Hayden Lowell is liking what he sees in his rearview mirror right now. And Strayer stay ahead of Eric Keeler. Yes, he will. He's going to dive it deep into turn number 3. And he stays ahead of that 28 machine for now here on lap number 13, coming to 14. As the field is one long single file. Oh, there's contact there! Look at LaFaro around. That's going to bring out the first yellow of the night. And Joseph Madigan involved there as well. First caution here on lap number 14. As we'll take a look at what happened there. Looks like Joseph Madigan may have just gotten the back bumper of Luca Faro on the entry of turn number 1. Yeah, looks like that's what happened. Just didn't expect Luca Faro to check about as much, but got him right in the rear end pretty severely. And Luca Faro most likely got to take his fast repair. Joseph Madigan already in pit lane. I think he towed the pit lane there. But Hayden Lowell took the lead on lap number 1. He hasn't looked back since. Led every lap so far here tonight. But tire strategy could be important here, and they only have 3 extra sets, so we'll see what these drivers elect to do. Will some of them come down pit lane, or will some of them stay out? So right on the cutoff of kind of a tire strategy deal. Because with 3 extra sets, you have 4 sets in total. So you'll be able to go about 20 laps each time. It looks like Hayden Lowell coming down pit lane, and most everyone else will follow him through. See, Joseph Madigan's car is destroyed there. Down pit lane they go. We'll look for also take his fast repair. That'd be an interesting question as well. As Lucas Hosma, he stays out there in the 97 machine. And Jason Lance first off pit lane. I think there might have been a fuel only pit stop for that 76, and yes it was. Fuel only for Jason Lance as Eric Keeler losing quite a few spots there in pit lane. He goes all the way to 6th place off of pit lane. Just not a great pit stop for him as Lucas Strayer and Micro Zero get him off of pit lane. So in the meantime, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back here from Homestead. We're back live here at Homestead Miami Speedway as we're about to go green into the restart zone to go. Gotta watch over those gyros with some older tires. Through the gears they go. Jason Lance a little wiggly on his wet tires as him and Zachary make contact. Zachary goes around. That's gonna bring out the caution there. As yellow flag flies right there. As it looks like Jason Lance just wheel spinning the tires there. Nothing Zachary Thorne could really do. Also, kind of two separate incidents right there as well. Hunter Terpstra and Luke LaFaro. I think Hunter Terpstra was checking up for the wreck there, and Luke LaFaro didn't really see him as well. So, second caution of the night here on lap 18. As we take a quick break, and we'll be right back here from Homestead. Comes back live here at Homestead as green flag about to go. And green. Great start there from Hayden Lowell. Harry could all the back bumper of him, maybe even give him a shot going down into turn 1. As off of turn number 2 they go. Micro Zero, Hayden Lowell side by side. Hayden Lowell clears down the back straightaway. And they single file out for the top 5 spots. Eric Keeler looking inside Micro Zero now. Big side drop down into turn 3. As they're side by side slide job for Eric Keeler. Micro Zero looking for the crossover move as here comes Lucas Strayer to the inside 3 abreast down into turn number 1 and down the front straightaway. As back down to 2 wide here for second. As still side by side Micro Zero and Eric Keeler. He's a little bit loose for that 28 machine. Still wiggly down the back straightaway. He still has some good momentum down into turn 3. Micro Zero stuck on the inside. Being pinched down quite a bit there as Eric Keeler will clear for second. Here comes Lucas Strayer for third. Malachi Drake not too far behind as well. As they now enter turn number 1. Off of turn number 2, there you go. Hayden Lowell, Eric Keeler, Micro Zero, Lucas Strayer, and Malachi Drake the top 5 spots. As side by side back there for around 8th place, Connor Hatfield and Hunter Terpstra. Joseph Magnin 1 lap down, currently trying to work his way back up to the field after that incident between him and Luke Lafaro. Is down the back straight they go. Lucas Strayer now side by side with Michael Rosero down into turn 3. Strayer up top, Rosero on the bottom. As here comes Eric Keeler for the race as well on Hayden Lowell. Keeler running the top side off of turn number 4. As a momentum and 15 laps to go in the stage as well. So the drivers kind of counting down the laps here for the stage end. It's down into turn 3 and 4 they go. Now Lucas Strayer on the outside of Eric Keeler. He's his right rear quarter panel off of turn number 4. And now side by side for second. And Lucas Strayer get that second place spot back from Eric Keeler. Strayer still side by side. Down entering turn number 1 and 2. Off of turn number 2 he goes. Strayer has the momentum. But Keeler has a big side jack down entering turn number 3. Keeler with a good momentum into turn 3, but Strayer, he's got the advantage off the exit. Strayer Hayden Lowell giving Eric Keeler the draft here on the front straightaway. Gotta keep these guys side by side as long as he can. Very good strategic move there for that 56 machine out in front. As Eric Keeler with a slider right in front of Lucas Strayer. Gives Strayer some dirty air, and Keeler will stay in front for a second. But side by side behind, Zachary Thorne and Malachi Drake for 5th place. But here comes Strayer now to the inside. He peeks his nose. Keeler sets the door down into turn number 3. As Zachary Thorne ripping the top side there on Malachi Drake. Trying to get some good momentum off of turn number 4. He has the speed off of turn 4. Will he look to the inside or will he stay up top? Has some draft. He's going to stay up top of that 90 machine. Off of turn number 2, he's going to be side by side with Malachi Drake. Drake might just give him a position there, and yes, he will. Malachi Drake slots himself down in the 6th place. As this field not as packed up as they were on the initial start when we went green for around 15 laps or so. As now Lucas Strayer to the outside of Eric Keeler. He got a little bit of, I think he got a little bit of dirty air from that 28 machine. Washed up the racetrack right there. As here comes Agartha on the outside of Micro Rosero. He's trying to pick these guys off one by one, that 35 machine. As they're side by side for a second, here comes Lucas Strayer to along the racetrack. Now Eric here under attack from Lucas Jarrett. No one's really able to get to the back bumper of Hayden Lowell and make a move because they're too busy really just battling with each other quite a bit. Off of turn 4, Peter's still side by side. Here comes Lucas Jarrett to the bottom of the racetrack once more. He's going to send it a little bit deeper to the inside. As they're still alongside each other. Off of turn number 2, straight up loose. That's going to give Peter momentum. And no contact. Lucas Jarrett way on the racetrack. And Zach Dorn will not move into third. Mike Rosero up to fourth. We'll take a quick replay of what happened there. Just Strayer just getting loose there. That's all she wrote there as Lucas Strayer falls from third to fifth right there. And Zach Dorn has worked his way inside the top 3 spot. Now working the lap 42 this time by Lucas. As Zach Dorn ripped in the wall. Right now here is Joseph Madigan in the outside wall through 1 and 2. Now off of turn 2 they go. Zach Dorn with a good run here. Keeter will he lose the momentum to the inside? Will he stay up top? He's got to stay up top. That 35 machine has been really working on top side for now. He's ripping the outside wall as close as he can. As now Eric Keeter go follow in his wake. Maybe give him some dirty air as well. But he just saw what he saw. Was seeing Zach Dorn in his mirror. Working that top side. Was working pretty well as well. And Heater with a huge run at Hayden Lowell. To the inside he goes for the race lead. Side by side with Hayden Lowell. Heater gets sent in really deep. Hayden Lowell backs it up. Watch for the crossover move over here off of turn number 4. Hayden Lowell could set this up perfectly. Off of turn 4. Eric Heater back in front. He's going to lead his first lap of the night. But it's going to be side by side between him and Hayden Lowell. And the stage is coming up to the end here shortly. As a little bit of contact there for the race lead. Hayden Lowell moves here. Eric Heater up the racetrack a little bit. As they're still alongside each other here for the race lead. As side by side there. Also for third place as well. 3 abreast for third. As Eric Heater trying to clear Hayden Lowell for the race lead. And yes, he will. Heater finally clears the race lead for the first time tonight. And he'll lead his second lap as well, coming off of turn 4. But Zach Dorn and Mike Rosero still side by side for third place. Mike Rosero, it's 2 by 2, but Joseph Madigan, a lap car there in between these drivers, trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. As here comes Zach Dorn, good run, hits the outside wall, but doesn't slow him down too much. As here comes Hayden Lowell back to the inside as well for the race lead. Fantastic battle in here at Homestead. And Lowell still side by side with Eric Keeter and behind them as well. Mike Rosero and Zach Dorn still side by side. Zach trying to rip the outside wall, and he is successful. He moves himself back up to third. He's looking for second now. There's 5 laps to go in the stage here at Homestead. That's a single foul out for now, but Zach Dorn really liking the outside line. Him and Joseph Madigan have been running this pretty much the second half of this run. It's been working out very well for Zach Dorn. Just got to make sure you don't burn up the tires too much. But Mike Rosero just not able to get around that 35 machine just quite enough. And Zach, hard on the outside wall on the interior turn number 1. Doesn't slow him down too much. Sparks flying there. Eric here is still out in front after taking the race lead from Hayden Lowell. He's looking to win the stage here and get even a bigger points lead going into the finale at Atlanta. As Zach Dorn a bit loose there. Yeah, it's got Lucas Strayer to maybe saw himself up a spot. As Eric Carrier now blocking Hayden Lowell for the race lead. Eric Carrier doing a really good job right now blocking for the race lead. Zach Dorn has lost a lot of time. I think he burnt up his stuff quite a bit running the outside line. This could be a 4-car. Oh, it's Hayden Lowell losing off of turn number 2. He's got hard on the inside wall, and caution's going to fly. And Eric Kidder will win the stage. Saying a little wrecking there ends the stage. Just got a bit loose off of turn number 2 there. Around he goes. Just lost on his own. And hard on the inside wall. And his night is over. As Eric here will win the stage here, as they're going to bring it down pit lane most likely here. Halfway through this one. As everyone gonna come down pit lane. As into the box they go. Who will be the first one out? Looks like everyone taking 4 fresh tires as well. And who's Jack will drop first. It looks like Eric here will be the first one off pit lane. It's going to be Micro Zero in second. Lucas Share third. Zach is in fourth. And Malachi Drake in fifth. So meantime, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back here from Homestead. Back live here at Homestead, about a little bit past halfway. Everyone just topping off on fuel. Should be good to the end. It's going to be Eric Keeter and Micro Zero on the front row, warming up their tires. Cool tires have been a theme all night long. So we're about to go back green. Pace car pulls off. And into the restart zone they go. And green, green, green. Eric Keeter with an amazing restart there over Micro Zero. Micro Zero way further back as can Eric Keeter now pull away and try to close out this championship here in the Gen 4 Series. It's off of turn 4. Eric has a pretty good gap on Micro Zero, about half a second. He's breaking the draft even. And we'll see how that plays out for that 28 machine. A side-by-side field on back. Jason Lance, Hunter Tripshaw for 6th place right there. Oh, almost some contact between Hunter Tripshaw and Jason Lance, but Hunter Tripshaw slots back in line. As back out front, Eric here continues to lead over Micro Zero in second, Lucas Schur in third. Tiger the one in fourth, the side-by-side, Jason Lance and Malachi Drake. As fast lap time just set by Eric Keeler right there. So he's really trying to put this away as Lance is loose off of turn 2. He's going to lose 1, maybe even 2 positions, maybe even 3 positions here down the back straightaway. A side-by-side with Hunter Tripshaw as they enter turn number 3 as they'll clear down there. See side-by-side with Connor Hatfield now for 7th place. back out front. Eric Keeter still leads, trying to break the draft away from Mike Rosero. Mike Rosero slowly but surely closing the gap in. That's fast lap set by Lucas Schur right there in that third place spot. In the meantime, we do a little LRL crank it up here with 34 laps to go. As we're back live here at Homestead, Miami Speedway, coming to lap in the 30 laps to go here. As Eric here continues to lead over Lucas Strayer in second, Mike Rosero in third. Top three have definitely pulled away from the rest of the field. Lucas Strayer also slowly but surely closing the gap down on Eric here as well. As with 3 laps to go, it's going to be really just about tire management. Who can save the tires the best? Sure, trying to close the gap down, but he's kind of just stuck in that dirty area right now between him and Eric Keeter. As Mike Rosero needs a good run here tonight. I think he just needs to beat Eric Keeter of a shot at this championship. Because coming into tonight, obviously Mike Rosero missing last week at Auto Club. But if you take an account into the drops, which each driver gets 1 drop, which pretty much the worst result gets deleted pretty much. I guess it's your best 7 races out of 8. If you want to put it that way. As Lucas Strayer continues to catch up to Eric Keeter right now. He's right on the back bumper of that 28 machine here. Coming to 25.5 laps to go. And the 41 picking up his first win of the season here tonight at Homestead. Eric here now the fence to the low side, trying to just not give Lucas Scher any advantage, any draft at all. As they're side by side here for 5th place, Jason Lance and Hunter Terpstra. Terpstra clips the weight inside line there. It's going to slow him down off the turn number 4. Jason Lance will clear. Down into turn number 1. As the battle for the race lead is still heating up now. Eric here is still defending that low side, not giving Lucas Scher any momentum, any draft down the straightaways. So right now, if you take one job, Mike Rosero is 29 points back from Eric Keto. Lucas Scher is 43 points back. Zachary Thorne was 61. And Luke Peters was 73. But those drivers, Zachary Thorne out of tonight's race. He's 11 laps down currently in 8th place. Luke Peters missing tonight's race as well. So he'll be out of the championship hunt. So really, it's only a 3-driver battle for the championship. It's the top 3 right now. We're currently still in the hunt for the championship. With a win here tonight, Eric could also win the stage as well. Gives him a few extra bonus points. Probably have around pretty big margin. You have about a 46-point gap between him and Mike Rosero. If it all stays the same with the most laps led, pole position, everything like that, between him and Mike Rosero. So 46 points. That's about first about 11 spots difference right there, give or take. So if next race Eric Keeter would have to, Mike Rosero would have to win, and Eric Keeter would have to finish 11th or worse at Atlanta, most likely not going to happen. So Mike Rosero needs a miracle here. He needs to beat Eric Keeter, have some sort of advantage going into Atlanta, Legacy Atlanta next week to have a shot at the championship. It's still a 3-driver heat. Come to 20 laps to go between Eric Keeter, Lucas Scher, and Mike Rosero. They were able to catch up to Eric Keeter. They haven't really been able to do much other than that. Just been close enough to get some draft. Now to the inside goes Mike Rosero on Lucas Scher. Lucas Scher lets him by. Mike Rosero a little bit wobbly off of turn number 2. But he's back up to second. He's going to try to chase down Eric Keeter. Mike Rosero really needs this win here tonight. Have a shot next week, a legitimate shot next week at the championship. That pass right there, that really helps him actually, because that pass right there is an extra 5 points, which that means Eric Keeter would have to finish around 9th place instead of 11th place next week if the results stay the same. Obviously with 19 laps to go, 18 and a half now, still anyone's race. And still a lot can happen here. It looks like Eric Keeter kind of pulling away from these 2 drivers behind him right now. Slowly but surely, he's kind of eking out that gap. So for the last time that we'll do Ellerin crank it up here with 17 laps to go. Eric here is still out in front. As off for turn 4 of 10 laps ago, Eric has moved himself to a 1 second lead over Mike Rizzero and company. Currently trying to pull off this race win, go back to back. Make it 3 wins this season for that 28 machine. Mike Rizzero and Lucas Sherry just kind of lost some time, and I think Eric is saving his tires the best. Just able to pull away. As Lucas Sherry kind of losing touch from Mike Rizzero right now as well. So looks like it's going to be just a ride to the finish as long as there's a yo-yo flag here and the 8 laps to go at Homestead. Now 7 laps to go. Eric Kier just ripped the inside line. Now he's opened his gap up 2 seconds over Mike Rosero. He's really shown how good of a tire saver that 28 machine is out in front. Now 6 laps to go here at Homestead. Eric Kier has really opened up that gap even more. It'll probably almost be 4.5, maybe even 5 seconds by the end of this one. He's 4/10 quicker than the rest of the field. And Mike Rosero and Lucas Schur just kind of left standing as Eric Kier goes in the distance. He is looking to lock up this championship here tonight as much as he can. Can Lucas Schur maybe move himself up to second as well? As him and Mike Rosero still relatively close to one another here with 4.5 laps to go. As now Mike Rosero blocking for that second place spot. It's going to be a duel here between him and Lucas Schur with 4 laps to go. Lucas Schur now to the bottom of the racetrack, the inside of Mike Rosero. Can Rosero hang on to the second place spot? It's very important for the points championship. Rosero on the outside wall, he's loose, but he's still clear of Lucas Schur down into turn 3. Now Lucas Schur kind of backs out of it, goes to the middle of the racetrack. He's going to try to get that good momentum off of turn number 4. Off of turn 4, they go 3 laps to go. Eric Kier out of the question right now. 4 seconds clear of these drivers. They're going to duke it out here for that second place spot and the most very valuable points as well, as these two are also fighting for second and third in the championship, which is a big difference in the prize money as well. Difference between $60 and $45 for second and third, so $15 difference. These two drivers. As now through 3 and 4 they go. Rosero's opened up his gap just a little bit more. It's 2 laps to go for Eric Kier out in front. Lucas Schur hits the outside wall, loses a little bit of momentum down the front straightaway and then turn number 1. But out in front, Eric Kier now 4-second gap over him and Mike Rosero. Saved his tires very, very well compared to the 2 drivers behind him. Had a great initial restart there in the final one. And through 3 and 4, he's going to see the white flag here tonight. He got pole position, lost in lap 1 to Hayden Lowell, but he got it back and never looked back. White flag in the air for Eric Kier one more time around here at Homestead. The Valor Second still raging on. Lucas Schur a few car lengths back from Mike Rosero. Going to try to rip the outside line and get that good momentum down off of turn number 2. Looks like Mike Rosero has enough space between him and Lucas Schur to not block too much. But off of turn number 4, Eric Kier is going to go back-to-back here. He's going to win the penultimate race here at Homestead, Miami. And he sets himself up with a great chance at winning the championship, as Mike Rosero will finish in second, Lucas Schur in third, and Malachi Drake coming through the field and finishing in 4th. He started in 11th place, up 7 spots for that 90 machine. Is Jason Lance off of turn number 4, got finished in the top 5 here tonight. Could be his first top 5 finish of the season. It's Connor Hatfield coming off of turn number 4. He's going to wind up in 6th place there, as Eric Kier wins tonight at Homestead. As Eric here burning down the front stretch, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back here from Homestead. It's back live here at Homestead Miami Speedway. A quick look at our final results here for tonight's 120-mile race. As Eric here will win tonight, and Michael Rosero going to finish in second. Lucas Cheer in third, Malcolm Drake fourth, Jason Lance fifth, Connor Hatfield sixth, Hunter Terpstra seventh, Zachary Dorn eighth, and Lil ninth, Joseph Madigan in 10th. Lucas Hostma in 11th, Luke Farr in 12th, and Brendan Timon in 13th. Could speak to our race winner here of Eric Gator. Hello, Eric, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
So you get the race win here tonight. You pulled out to a big gap over the rest of the field. You got a grid restart and just saved your tires just enough. Talk us through that final run.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was just like a dirty air battle. I knew Michael's strategy there was to let Strayer by because he was pushing quite hard there. And just by doing that, forced me to push as well and by consequence ruin my tires. But I just was able to kind of like force Strayer to run a little bit higher, and then I would predict it and go high, and then I would see that he's going back down low. And you just have to give the guy the dirty air every single time pretty much perfectly. And if you do that, you heat up their tires and they can't really make a run at you. So that's unfortunately the way the car is. It's either drafty or a dirty air battle. So maybe not the best racing all the time. I think they kind of had to tune this a little bit, but it worked well for me. I was able to read the car really well, and yeah, I got the win because of it.
Yeah, you got the win as well. And going into next week at Legacy Atlanta, you got to be the points leader as well. And you have a pretty good points margin, I think, from my calculations. Around if you finish inside the top 10, you're pretty much guaranteed the champion, other than maybe if you don't win or if Michael sweeps everything, possibly. But looking really good going into next week at Legacy Atlanta.
Yeah, honestly, that was the track I was marking on the calendar going into the season. So I have a lot of confidence here, and I have the momentum going into it. So hopefully we just have like a nice clean race. Whether I win or not, it doesn't really matter. Just need to have a nice clean run, and hopefully we can get the championship.
Yeah, also, anyone I'd like to thank for tonight's win here at Homestead?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out those guys who are racing really nice up front. It was fun, despite being a little bit harder to battle. Just specifically Rosero, Strayer, and Hayden there. Unfortunately, with the incident, he wasn't able to finish, but he did have the speed, and I think it was pretty clear that he was able to lead for a while there. So just shout out to those guys. Shout out to you for putting the league on and doing the broadcast. It's been a lot of fun all season, and I'm hoping to cap this one off.
Yep, congrats on winning your night. We'll see you next week at Legacy Atlanta for the finale.
Yep, thank you.
Bringing our second place finisher of Michael Rosero. Just didn't have enough for Eric here, but he held off Lucas Cheer there at the end. Have a fighting chance at Homestead or at Legacy Atlanta next week. Oh, Michael, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
To wind up in second place. Probably not the result you wanted, but still a fighting chance kind of going to next week. It's going to be an uphill battle. But what are your thoughts here tonight?
Yeah, man, that was definitely by far the most frustrating second place. I don't know, man. We were hauling so much like time and like the caution before Hayden spun himself and ruined my whole race once again. Like I was running like a tenth faster than Heater like at that lap, In dirty air too, which is crazy. And I was about to pass Hayden, then he spun, and apparently I don't know how that brought the caution out when he was like way like below the apron, but yeah, it just sucks. And then the other run we were hauling, did the same thing, and then we just I don't know, we just died out, and I guess made too many mistakes. But yeah, it's pretty frustrating. But nonetheless, I'll take second, having
Yeah.
like barely any practice.
Yeah, so you have a fighting chance next week at Legacy Atlanta. Talk us through what your strategy is going to next week.
Just kind of replicate the same thing we did here. Just like save my tires, let everyone else battle it out, burn their stuff. And if we can play our cards right, we might actually have a good run at this next week.
Yep, and congrats on your second here tonight. And you'll thank for tonight's good run here at Homestead.
Yeah, thank you guys for broadcasting and everyone I got to race in VC with. Congrats to Heater, he fully deserves it. Yeah, that's it.
Congrats on your second here tonight. We'll see you next week at Legacy Atlanta.
Thank you.
As that was our second place finisher of Micro Zero, bringing our third place finisher of Lucas Strayer. Just came up short behind that 23 machine, but he had a run at Heater early on. Talk us through that one. Oh, Lucas, you got a copy?
I do.
So you bring it home in at third place. Seems like you and Michael did not save enough tires compared to Eric Keeter. You were able to catch up to him, but after a while, he just kind of pulled away from you guys. Talk us through that final green flag run.
I mean, it was just dirty air was so bad. Like, I know with these cars, dirty air isn't much of a thing, but like, it was just so bad. Like, I'd catch up to him. I'd go high, he'd block high. I'd go low, he'd block low. And I'm just killing my tires trying to find like any way near him. But he was just anywhere I went, he just went there too. So after like 10 laps, I was like, oh, this is going to be bad. This isn't good. And yeah, I didn't think that the race would have been decided on lap 43, but Heater knew, so props to him for knowing what he had to do to win the race. Well, me and Michael are just fighting for second.
Yeah, it's still great battle between you two for the most part as well, but going to next week, you're most likely just fighting for second at this point. Maybe a long shot for the win, depending on how many drivers we get next week, but going to next week at Legacy Atlanta, what are your thoughts trying to battle for that second place spot in the points?
Man, you don't know how disappointed. I didn't know there was a drop week, and they literally told me like 5 minutes ago, not even. So I really thought, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna probably get second place, like it's whatever. Then they tell me it's a drop week, and then I see the points update where I'm back to third. I'm like, come on. I'm trying to be Mr. Consistent across here, and it's yeah. Happens.
Well, either way, you had a great result here tonight at Homestead. And you want to thank for tonight's good run?
I want to thank my uncle, my aunt, and my grandpa for watching me every week finish second and third. I actually don't even get second and third. I barely get interviewed. I finished like fourth or fifth. So, hey, I got an interview. Woo, can say hi. I also want to thank my girlfriend for watching our kitten. We got a kitten the other day. It's like 15 weeks, and that thing wants to crawl on everything and climb everything. So she is somewhere watching that spider monkey thing running around. So I want to thank her for letting me race. But yeah, let's go have fun at Atlanta, where we will roast all our tires, and hopefully we have more than 5 people finish a race.
Yeah, congrats on your third here tonight at Homestead. We'll see you next week at Legacy Atlanta.
All right, see you.
So that was a third place finisher of Lucas Strayer. Points not officially updated yet, but rough estimate it would be around get a quick here. Rough estimate, it would be around Micro Zero 47 points back from Eric Keeter going into next week, which is a big ass for Micro Zero. It'll be very tough to try to beat Eric Keeter there, but we'll see what happens. Just kind of depends on how many people show up next week. So, anyways, up next on the Legends Racing Network, we have tomorrow night in the Superstar Cup Series. They're penultimate race at New Hampshire for the Chase race number 4. And then Thursday night, we have Undisputed Cup Series playoff race number 1 at Bristol. And Sunday morning, we have the Bonfire Racing League at Iowa as well. And the NA World Cup Series is off this week, so next race for them is August 8th, Friday night at Kansas. Like I mentioned, next week we have Legendary Racing League season finale here for the Gen 4 Series at Legacy Atlanta. So we'll see you then. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good night.